We are seeing some price dips in some markets. What does this mean for real estate investment values? Are we going to see tougher times? Plus, how can you properly prepare for wildfire season in the mountains and in the woods? We're going to touch on these things and more today's show.
Ever dreamed of living in the heart of the Colorado mountains? Join me, Matt Dayton, Breckenridge native, Olympian, and mountain real estate expert. Here on the Ski Summit Show, we dive into everything you need to know about buying, investing, and living in iconic ski towns like Breckenridge, Frisco, and Keystone. From mountain real estate trends to investment opportunities, we bring you on the inside to help you make the most of your mountain life.
Welcome to the Ski Summit Real Estate Show number 116. Thanks so much for being here. Your go-to source for the latest in Colorado mountain real estate news. I've got my producer, Benji, with Benji. Benji, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Hey, you keep us rolling here, man. I really appreciate it. So,
where the heck are you?
I am in Mexico.
Man, you looks like you're in the jungle.
It is a little bit jungly. It's humid, one of the things about living in the mountains is it's dry. So like getting the hands all nice and like moisturized. My hair's all curly and crazy. So yeah, a little bit of thawing out after a long winter.
For real.
Yeah.
You are in your own mud season.
I'm like melting here.
All right. Well, you ready for a different section here? We got what's happening, the news, market in a minute. What do you want to start with?
Yeah, let's start with what's happening.
So what is happening? It looks like we've got Bacon and Bourbon Festival on June 21st and the 22nd.
Yeah, so that's going to be kicking off. We got a good lineup for Bacon and Bourbon Festival in Keystone. So it's going to start with Friday. They got a bunch of bands. They're going to start with the concert series Friday at 4 o'clock. Saturday, they're going to run starting at 11 o'clock. You can go ahead and pick up your pre-purchased tickets. KeystoneFestivals.com is a good place to start looking for those. And they're going to start vendors at like 11:30. You can pick out on some Bacon concert series. Going to start at 12:30. They got some really fun concerts. And they've also got, you hear that parrot in the background?
Yeah, I do. Loud.
It is loud. One of the bands that they got playing is Hell's Bells. They're an AC/DC cover band, so that's pretty fun. Cool. And then Sunday, check-in is going to be again at 11 o'clock. Food all day and more concerts. So that's a really fun one. It's going to be coming up on the 21st, 22nd in Keystone. So be sure to get in there.
Very cool.
Yeah, starting on Friday the 20th there in Keystone. So be sure to check it out.
All right. Well, that moves us into ski news. And in ski news, we're talking about wildfire preparedness.
Getting into that time of year, it's certainly, of course, a little bit of it can be a little bit of a scary subject, but ultimately you really just want to be making sure that you're ready to keep your house safe. So this article talks about hardening your home. That's kind of a new term to me, where they're hardening your home is just basically using non-combustible materials. Like you see in this photo, this gal's got her stone around the base of the house, metal on the side of the house, metal roofs. These are going to be materials if you're building a house, be thinking about fire-wise. And then clearing your property around your house. If you've got some trees that are close to the home, you want to create some defensible space. Working with some of the local organizations, the fire department, Firewise, they're going to help you really come up with a plan to protect your house. So making sure that you've got that defensible space and a way to protect the home. So if you have a dog like this, I'm sure he's helpful, telling you what to move. But it really is important to make sure you got that defensible space. The chipping programs, and you can do some clearing, set that slash out by your street. You can look up the Summit County chipping program. That's going to give you a lot of good information on how to get rid of some of that combustible material around your house. So it takes up some work, but it's definitely worth it. A lot of our homes, about 70% of our homes, are within what we call a wildlife urban interface. And so we just really have to be conscious of it and be ready to defend our houses, because they are not, it was crazy. We were peak 1, was it the peak 2 fire, which was several years ago. And I was going to some of the meetings for that defensible space. We have my family's Nordic Center permit is up close to where that was. So we were talking and working with the firefighters, and they basically were like, we're more concerned about the safety of our firefighters' lives than we are about your house, and that's the way it should be. So, but the more defensible space you have, the better prepared you are, the easier you're going to make it for them to be able to protect your home.
Awesome. That moves us into our next segment, the Market in a Minute, where we're talking about the 5-year rule for home price perspective. This is a bigger, Keeping Current Matters article.
Yeah, it's a good article. I thought that it brought up a really good point. A lot of people right now are concerned, and honestly, since I got it in the business at the beginning of 2012, people were always saying, I don't want to buy at the height. I don't want to buy now because I'm afraid that the market's going to turn and it's going to go down. And thus far, all those people that I've been talking to in the past 13, 14 years that I've been doing this were wrong. So, Not saying that's not going to happen, that's not going to come. We just don't know when. So it's just really important that you create a buffer around your investment, and that buffer is time. So the 5-year rule basically says that markets can shift. You don't know when it's going to be, but history shows that home values almost always go up over 5 years. So if you're planning on investing and it's going to be less than a 5-year period, you may want to reconsider that, because you start to get into a higher risk pocket if you're short-term investing in property for less than 5 years. So that's that article in a nutshell.
Lots of good data points on here too. These pictures are really informative.
Yeah, some really good stats in there. It just gives a little bit of some good information, and we can put that in the link below this video. So yeah, good one to reference.
Alrighty. And then we've got our next segment. Let me get this open. I didn't think about this part, but here we are.
Okay, are we already there? The listing of the week?
It's our listing of the week. And here it is. This is 27 Habitat Circle. We're back on the market.
We are. We took a little break here this spring. We came in last fall. Market was a bit slower, not a lot of activity. So we're actually seeing a good start to this one. It's really actually great value in Whispering Pines neighborhood. Backs up to open space and trails, so you can get on just hundreds of miles of hiking, skiing, mountain biking. You're just minutes from Keystone ski resort, so that's super convenient. You're right close to the lake, cruising to Dillon on the bike path, go catch a concert series. I love this location. So, and the home itself is within what's called Whispering Pines neighborhood. So really good quality homes. You don't have, really a nice home next to something that's not. It's just everything is very consistent and very nice neighborhood, nice homes. 3-car garage. For those of you that don't spend a lot of time in the winter in the mountains, a 3-car garage is pretty awesome, because you got to have a place to park your cars and keep your toys. So keep the weather. Nice big great room on this one. Big vaulted ceilings.
So many great spaces in this house.
The spaces are nice, and they have it set up so well for living. The primary bedroom's on the main floor. The primary bathroom. It's laid out really well. Nice big. This is one of the guest bedrooms upstairs. So you come in, you kind of got a split level up 7 stairs to the main floor with the primary bedroom, the kitchen, and the great room. And then you go up to the top level, which is half level, and you got those bedrooms. And then this is the basement with a nice big rec room. So, it's just nice to have a place for kiddos or any
grandkids,
loud, annoying people that you know.
Yeah.
We've all got some of them. So, yeah. And then he's got to have a little ski room. So, lots of good space in this place. Love the outdoor living space too. Decks, patios, all that.
It's such a cool house.
It really is. Yeah. And the neighborhood is great.
Yeah. I like the satellite photos. There's like this big green grass open area.
Yeah. So that's just a big field, and then you've got a playground out there. It's got a gazebo, picnic table. So yeah, right there. Really,
that's so cool.
Really convenient. Lobby bar right there in the lobby.
Alrighty. Well, that's the end of our show.
Excellent. Well, that wraps things up. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you watching. Please give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. But either way, we really appreciate you being here and watching. And until next time, hope to see you in the mountains soon. Take care.